Alright, YouTube. This is Nick Bled bringing a video introduction / tutorial, and the device we're featuring today is the Akai Professional EIE Pro. It's an audio interface. This thing is made out of metal. Okay, see that? This is real good quality in my opinion. You know, a lot of these audio interfaces for under 300 are like made out of plastic. Even some that are even in a 600 range are made out of plastic. So I was really happy when Akai did that. So big ups to Akai for that one. So you can hook up 4 microphones to this. Okay, each one of these are considered a channel. You can also hook up 4 different guitars to this. This is a new trick combo jack, and allows you to connect XLR and 1/4 inch TRS cables. The connection is already balanced, but I would still use balanced cables also, just to make it better. Alright, each channel has its own volume gain to control the volume up and down. This is up to the right, and down is to the left. If you had a condenser microphone, and let's say this jack, you would flick this switch, because this is the phantom power switch. So you would flick this switch up, and your condenser microphone that requires phantom power will now be powered. And the neat thing about the EIE Pro is that one phantom switch controls 2 channels, and that goes the same for channel 3 and 4. So it's channel 1 and 2, channel 3 and 4. If you have guitar here, guitar here, guitar here, then you had a mic here, a condenser microphone. To let the guitars be heard, you click this. This is able to amplify the guitar. It's in the microphone. So these are basically amplifiers. If you had a guitar here, guitar here, guitar here, and a condenser microphone for your vocals here, what you would do is switch all of these right above these switches, right above the channel, to guitar, guitar, okay, and then guitar. That one was set on mic, so this one's guitar. And if you had the microphone here, what you would do is you would switch phantom power on for that, and then you control the microphone volume with this, and the other 3 guitars on volume with these. These 2 VU meters have a relationship with the in and out in the lines 1, 2, 3, 4. So for instance, this would be useful for if you were wanting to say, okay, I want to know how many decibels my violin is that I'm hearing on my speakers. You would make sure that this is clicked to out, so click down to out, and make sure that this is on 1 and 2 for your main monitors. It's going to support output or input meter selection, so you can view channels 1 and 2 input and output. You can view channels 3 and 4 input and output. Just click on any one of them, and how you choose the input is just by flicking this switch here. So if you want to listen to the input of your microphone, you would click that up. So move this one up, and it'll be in the in position. Then what you want to do is, like I said, if you had your microphone on 3 and 4, your guitar on 3 and 4, just flick those meters, and it'll keep track of channel 3 and 4. So these have a connection with these meters, and these meters have a connection with everything on this unit. Basically, these 2 have a connection with each other in this switch. So this switch and these 2, all 3 of them have a connection. They have a relationship with each other. This is your headphone jack, and this is the volume for your headphones. So you can turn this up, turn it down, This allows you to listen to which headphones are on which output. So if you had headphones on output 1 and 2, you click this up, all the way up, and that's input 1 and 2. If you had your headphones on input 3 and 4, you would click it down 1 notch, and that'll bring it right to the middle on 3 and 4. If you wanted to listen to all the headphones that has output audio going into them, you click that down, and that'll select all your headphones. Me, I leave it on all because I don't want to run into no problems later. The next knob we're going to go to is these two. This is your speaker, basically your output volume, your speakers. So if you have 2 studio monitor speakers, this is what's going to control the volume that comes from this machine to your speakers. Alright, this volume knob right here. This is going to change if it's in mono mode, which is flicked up. In mono mode, which is flicked up, or in stereo mode, when it's flicked down. I keep it in stereo mode because that's how I'm going to listen to my music, in stereo mode. Mono mode is more for if you're trying to find certain problems with your music. Now these two have a relationship with each other, so depending on how you select this, doesn't really matter as much as this knob, but this knob is going to affect everything. Okay, that has to do with your output. This knob here is the monitor in and out knob. Now, first problem I ran into with this knob is I had it all the way turned to the left, right? But I knew this was my volume for something, for the speakers or whatever, for output 1 and 2. But I had this up. But when I had this knob turned down like this, I got from a kid that, oh, this is the volume knob. So this is what you turn this up and use this as volume. This is not a volume knob. The kid didn't know what he's talking about in his YouTube video. No disrespect to the kid, but this is an input-output monitor knob. So basically, I ran into a problem because I listened to that kid's video and I turned it to the left. You know what I mean? Turning it off. But when I thought I was turning the sound off, I heard a hum in the background, like if my neighbors were playing music in the background, but it was coming from my system. So I was like, oh no, what is that? So I started messing around with the knob and it would get louder, but I said, this is supposed to be off. Why isn't it off? Well, that's because this is an in and out. When you turn it to the left, which is input, full input volume, okay, it's only going to monitor these jacks here. And if I got nothing in these, you ain't going to hear nothing but muffled music. You need to have vocals going or a guitar or whatever so you can solo them. That's the whole point. Okay, so you can solo the input. When you turn this to the middle, the sound comes back. This is a balance of input audio from these jacks to output on your speakers. What I do is I leave mine all the way to the right. Only let me hear the output. I leave it like that because that's how I do my music. I only want to hear the sound because I'm not recording vocals or guitar. If you wanted to just hear your vocals, you would turn it all the way to the left. If you wanted to hear the whole sound coming out of this audio interface together, meaning your vocals, your guitar, and what's going to your speakers all at the same time, leave it right in the middle. This is what's going to affect your volume. This switch is going to turn it off. You're not going to hear nothing when you turn this switch down. I don't care if you got this left or right. I'm going to turn it to the back in the next video and show you how to hook this thing up. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Enjoy.